So these are my leather gloves. I like those. I was to take the top off, that'll dry out. But like there is a legit puddle right under my seat here. So losing your hair, it's not really fun, right? It's one of those things that just tends to happen to guys as we age, and a lot of guys are a little too late or a little too lazy to deal with it until they're really bothered by it. Well, that's where today's video sponsor, Keeps, is here to help.
The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. Get treated from home. With Keeps, a licensed doctor will review your information online and recommend the right hair loss treatment plan for you. Then, your treatment is shipped directly to your door every 3 months. Message your Keeps doctor 24/7 with any questions or concerns you may have along the way and track your progress with the Keeps Progress Tracking tool. Keeps offers generic versions of the FDA-approved medications for hair loss, which makes it more affordable. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors and why hundreds of thousands of men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention.
So try them out. Visit keeps.com/SSR. I put a link right below in the description. It's an invaluable service that just makes our lives significantly easier. You don't have to worry about it, and you can just focus on enjoying your life with more hair on your head. It's keeps.com/SSR. Link right below in the description. Keeps.com/SSR. All right, this is a video you never really want to make, but it got a little crappy over here. Hurricane / tropical depression / whatever it was, Ida, came through yesterday, and obviously you can sort of guess. It didn't end well. This is after the water has receded and the warehouse got wet. And I started seeing it come in on the security cameras, and there was nothing you can do. You have to just sort of sit and watch. And we're in a corporate area here, and everybody sort of got the ass kicked. I'll show you the water line in here was here. So if I can bust out a tape measure, I'll at least be able to kick it. We had just under 1 foot of water. So we had 11 inches of water in the shop. Ruined anything that was on the floor. And I know, oh, dude, the rain is coming. This was a storm. You could walk into a grocery store yesterday and get milk and eggs and water because nobody expected this. And even like 12 inches of water isn't a tremendous amount, but with cars, you can see where it came up to, right up to the halfway up the wheel. Let's see if this one is. Oh yeah, you know what? This one's, this is a carbon monocoque. So let me give you a little light. Yeah, that's got water in it. So now we'll drain this out. Luckily, cars like this is easy. This car will still probably start. But I don't think this water this is through, there's like drain plugs. All these cars that have water in the floorboards, this is always dry. And I think the water came up through the floor, which is the problem because the floor has drains for obvious reasons. So if you get water in the car, it goes out, but it also can come in. Carpeting's got to come up. All the carpeting over here has got to come up. It's just a headache. The couch, garbage, this stuff. It's just, the engine stays. But you see the water rose up there. I'll probably have to do something to mitigate the sheetrock. We'll probably cut out the bottom part of the sheetrock so it doesn't start growing mold. All the boxes, the Evo here, who knows? Now all the parts are fully submerged in water. Not so great. Can't believe I legitimately got my Ferrari and my NSX and brought them here so they would be safe, and then they both went to crap. Where both places where they were probably would have been fine. I know my house would have been fine, and I'm assuming the tire shop would have been fine as well. But yeah, racing suit, soaked, everything soaked. The Ferrari, I got into the Ferrari, got the door to open, but the alarm is not going off, so I can't start it, so it just cranks. I was able to put the windows down, listen to the radio, but I can't crank the car, so that's probably the immobilizer. I'm gonna have to do something on that. The seat was wet, that stinks. This car, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this car. I love this car. This car has done me so well, and unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know on this one. Shavam's Porsche, the seats, you know, we took their bucket seats, so we took out the fabric. This one should dry out a bit, but, oh, look, you know what? The lights all sort of went away. Like, the car's not on, right? The key's there, and it's got all these lights. Suspension lift fault. Shavam, you want to start it? No. Your lights went away. What? Your lights went away. I don't want to start it. You want to start it? No, the dash is still on. I don't know. What do you think? I think you should start it. You could sit in the seat. Start it. No, I want to wheel it to the dealership. Wheel it to the dealer. All right, it's his car. I'm not going to make him do it. But I just know if it was my car, I would have tried to start it. I tried to start my Ferrari, drove the NSX outside, everything else. Luckily, most of the cars were out on rent, so I didn't really have to deal too much with cars were either in service or on rent. And the ones that were in service, one of them may have an issue. The other one, it was like, oh God, that car's got to be totaled. It always floods over at the body shop, and it didn't flood. These guys, like, not a drop of water. And I was like, how is that possible? How is there not a drop of water? You get like, it's like an afternoon sprinkle and you flood. And now you get 20 inches of rain and you got nothing. But sucks that we had to go through this. This place, this is not, A, it's not a flood zone, and B, we're elevated. And clearly not elevated enough. When I looked at my cameras outside, the water was literally up to here. Like, it was up to the bottom of this railing, and that's pretty high. If you look here, this is how the water made it in. It made it through this door. And if it didn't make it through the door, there's a door in the back there. If not, it went through the warehouse. It was like there was no escaping this. It was coming in no matter what. And when the entire water out here is here, you know, path of least resistance, it's going somewhere. Let me show you the my cars over here, which I pulled outside. Not such the good days. My ramp truck is perfectly fine, except for the fact that when you turn it on, it said water and gas, and we're like, all right, let's pull it out of the lot here. Pulled it over here, and the thing shut off. So the diesel, I'm not entirely worried. You can see the water line where the water came up to. I'm not entirely worried. They can probably drain and fix this, but you could see somehow it got so high. Actually, you know what? The water line is probably up here. So the water got into the cabin on this one, which is 2.5 feet at least. And if I show you, I'll have to deal with this. I'll get Bergen Diesel on that. If I show you my other ramp truck, we'll go take a look. But when we look over here, Bentley totally fine. Corvette was out, so that wasn't even here. The Camaro, this is Nikki's Camaro, was here for storage. Started up, drove outside, just a little water on the carpets, but I think all the water's coming up through the floorboards. This thing is also higher than most, but go check her out. I think it's like Driven by Nikki. I'll throw her little Instagram thing up in the description. But yeah, I mean, there's still water in here. I got somebody coming to take care of all the carpets. And I think I'm just going to start stripping down the carpets out of the NSX now. I don't know what's happening with it, but I mean, yeah, this is a shame. But I'll pull all the carpets, pull the seats out, and at least start the process on this. I don't know what I'm doing with this car. If the insurance company, a lot of insurance companies will total stuff just because there's water in the cabin. Hopefully they, I mean, whatever, you know what, if they do, I'll probably buy this back, even if they total it. I've got an agreed upon value on this car, but I don't think I'm ready to part with it quite yet. But that was a little disappointing. It's not what I was expecting to see on my security cameras last night. And then the McLaren was totally fine because the McLaren and the key is inside, so I can't open the door. But the McLaren, it's got like a door sill up here, so nothing got in. And this thing, perfectly fine. Donk, you know what, the donk looks like it, who's looking stupid now, right? This thing, trucks are taking on water. This thing, I can tell you, you start it up and it's going to drive just as shittily as it did before the flood. We'll try my truck, which this thing is a cockroach, right? Like, it's going to work because that's just what it does. Let's watch this. Isn't that not the right key? Is this the right truck? Oh, look at that. Even this thing got water in it. But if I were a betting man, I'd say send your garbage truck is probably fine. This thing just drove to Chicago and back. All right, we don't need that music. Let's see. There is a water in the tank light, but that's not even on. Change engine oil. Full tank of gas. Not even water in the fuel. This thing is, I'm telling you, like, the luck on this. Like my nice new truck, my new cabin chassis, water and fuel. This thing, whatever, Speed Force 1 is on the case. But I don't enjoy hurricanes. This was unexpected. Nobody was expecting this. Like, it was just a very frustrating experience. Not a video I ever want to make, but it is a video nonetheless that keeps you guys in the loop. I'll keep you guys in the loop as to what I'm doing, to whether I'm taking insurance checks on these and getting rid of them, or restoring them, which I'll probably do with this one, the 360, who knows. But we'll see what happens. Depends on the extent of the damage. The last thing I want is a flood damage car that keeps coming back with the gift that keeps on giving, which is just like electrical issues. That's the worst. So to avoid that, who knows. But this thing started up, drove out. I'm very happy. I'm okay with it. Just fingers crossed. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. These guys are good because they weren't here. Or this one was here, but it's like a pickup truck, so not even a drop of water on the interior or anything like that. I would have never thunk. See, and that carpet's like a sponge. Love the Bentley, right? Love it. G-Wagon wasn't here either. My brother's truck was here, but he had the G-Wagon at his house. I've never gotten water so much as like covering the street here, let alone above the way. Like, you're talking feet, several feet of water in storm surge. And that comes out of this little tributary here, which is an offshoot of a drainage basin over there, which I mean, every business over here has been freaking ravaged by this. But now look how tranquil and nice this is, right? Nothing. So it sucks. Rob Ferretti, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll let you know how this all pans out, shakes out. And we'll just keep chugging along. I mean, you can be upset about stuff, or you can just recognize that it's life and deal with it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm dealing with it one step at a time, not getting too angry about it, because can't do anything to undo it. And honestly, if it's something that was avoidable, it's one thing. I don't really think this is avoidable. I don't think anyone was like I went out to dinner last night. Like, nobody was on guard for this, because it's never so much as hinted that, oh, you know what, we got to be careful if it's going to get a lot of rain, we get water in the warehouse. Never. So this has changed. It's changed my, I don't know, not my perception, but it's changed my, yeah, this just changed my everything. Rob Ferretti, thanks for watching here at Gotham Dream Cars, Teaneck, New Jersey. Signing off. Stay tuned and I'll let you know how it all plays out. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.